Hello, dear viewer or listener, or those not listening or viewing. There's no point talking to them, is there? We lost.
Schrodinger's listener.
That's it. I did have a thought of doing the quickest Arsenal results service on YouTube. I come on and go, we lost, and then it'd be a 3-second video. But I thought I'd do that once and not get away with it again because I was told to be open off. Yes, with me tonight it is our own Egyptian legend. It's Richard. Right, Treacle.
How's it going, my man?
Please tell us that you are somehow related to the magnificent El Neni.
He is my father's brother's cousin's second roommate.
There we go. Lovely. That's good to know. Are you okay?
I'm very good, Danny. Very, very good. A bit tired, but not too bad, mate. Not too bad. How's yourself?
I'm always good. I had chicken and mash tonight, and that's it. That's all I've done all day. And nice. I've got a spot on my bum. We won't talk about that. So in the chat box, first person, there was Adil Sheikh, Shaikh. How would you say that?
Sheik.
There you go. I was close. History Hunters UK, Archie, Russ Morgan, and 265-1864-239-1384. Thunder Road, Zoidberg. There's me, Julian Salmon, DJ Samuel, K-Man. Thank you very much for giving us your Twitch Prime subscription. That's very kind of you. And someone else did it as well, and I forgot their name. Who else is in there? Oh, J-Rob. He's one of the mugs who's paid to be a member. Well, J-Rob, put in the chat box, what you've got for giving us your hard-earned money to join our YouTube. Looks like my camera could fall over at any moment. I'm not wearing pants. Could be an exciting night for the ladies.
Mate, ABW gets X-rated.
Joshua Page, and who else is in there? Disco Diwana. Now, that's the kind of new name I look forward to. Phil Macca, Loki, Super Alan Cracker, Jackosaurus, the lovely man who does he does a lot of working out, and he's also on Twitch. So there you go. Someone else new. I forgot to highlight people's names. David Durdane. See, it's not only things with letters in that I don't put together normally that I can't do. It's that. Carlito Elguna. We are punching above our weight. And here we go. Adil's for Danny. Thanks for butchering my last name. You have to put it phonetically, otherwise I am never going to get it. Oh, here you go. Look, K-Man's showing off. He's sending us a message from Twitch. Got all the skills, and a junior gunner in there, and Avon Teddington. They're all there. I shall read some of your messages later. Right, Richard, what was your thoughts on the game while I go and tell people that we were live 3 minutes ago because I forgot to do it?
No worries.
Line up in the game. Go.
The lineup I wasn't too surprised about, to be fair. The only slight surprise that I maybe had was having Willian instead of Pepe. I figured we were going to have to be in a low block, and that we were going to be, because we only had two players in the centre midfield. Our midfield was bound to get overrun, so I figured we were going to have to look to drop balls in behind, especially like the fullbacks who are pushing up of Liverpool. And I figured Pepe would have been ideal for that, as opposed for. The other surprise that you probably could have say was Gabriel being dropped to the bench and bringing in David Luiz. But again, I wasn't massively surprised at that. You've got Gabriel. It's brand new league for him. You're playing. However you slice it, as much as we may hate the as people call them, bin dippers, they are one of the best. They're champions for a reason. They're absolutely immense. So it would have been an absolute baptism of fire. At least you know what you're getting in that low block with David Luiz, and he is able to play those long balls, bypassing the midfield, to go and start our counter-attacking phase with the likes of Willian and Aubameyang and stuff like that. So I wasn't massively surprised at the at the lineup. The one thing that, I mean, it still astonishes me now is, as the game started on, Liverpool's work rate is just off the charts. I'm so envious of it. And I was during the game, there was like a load of stuff I was seeing on Twitter about Liverpool and their use of asthmatic medication, which I found quite interesting. But yeah, the way that Liverpool started and the way that they press and everything, the intensity with everything they do is just ridiculous. It was it was I say a proper baptism of fire, those opening couple of minutes.
Well, anybody who has seen Dortmund under Klopp, you know that you're either going to leave or he's going to run you into the ground, because you've got so many injuries. I'm no expert on it. They are my team. Drew's the man to ask about that. But you know that he's going to get every ounce of energy and pace and skill out of you when he went over there. And he's doing the same here. And do you think that's maybe the reason why we suddenly went all... what's the manager's name? Emery. God, everything went through my head then. Went all Emery and started playing out from the back. So we haven't done that. I can't remember the last time we did that, but I don't like it. It's very worrying. But do you think that's why they're doing it, trying to slow the game down, trying to draw them out a little bit so we can catch them on the break?
Yeah. It was absolutely intentional. I mean, I think we've still been doing it. It's been a bit more of a mixed bag kind of thing, but I think it seemed like we were doing it loads just because we were getting it wasn't going as well. Like I said, because of their intensity, everything that they did was just it was 3 gears above everything we were doing, kind of thing, without the ball. It was just truly astonishing, that work rate. I was like, I figured surely they can't keep this up, and we did. As the game got on, they kind of backed off a little bit, and we came into the game, especially in the second half, where we brought on Ceballos, but then they brought on their subs and they took the game away from us again. But I think we noticed it more, the playing out the back, because it wasn't going to plan. So like, where if it was just normal and we were passing it around and it was the opposition was allowing us to do it, I don't think you would have noticed it too much. But because we were being harried into mistakes and uncharacteristically, well, not uncharacteristically, but panicking and hoofing the ball out of play and stuff like that, I think it was more noticeable more than anything.
Yeah, I do agree with that. So we covered that bit. Should we talk a little bit about why Elneny is starting ahead of Ceballos, or is it obvious?
No, I don't think it's obvious. He's the real Egyptian prince of the Premier League. I think he had a good game against Liverpool in the Charity Shield. I think he's a little bit more solid defensively than as in like physically than maybe Ceballos is. Ceballos got really overrun in the corresponding fixture last year at Anfield, and I think that was maybe the decision to it. But fair play to Ceballos, when he came on, I thought he was a massive difference for us when he came on. What do you think?
Immediately looked like he was going to set up a goal. He was really up for it. I think it took him all of about 30 seconds to warm up and get ready for the game. And then, he was already trying to create stuff and pull strings. Yeah. Does that make you think that maybe Arteta is going to go Elneny in midfield with Ceballos rather than Xhaka? Because when he took one of them off, took off Xhaka, didn't he? I know we're skipping ahead all the way through the game, but these were important points.
I don't know. I mean, he seems to obviously really like Xhaka. Xhaka is one of his generals on the pitch. I was actually quite surprised when Xhaka got hooked. I could see the idea of bringing on another midfielder, because I said our midfield was just getting absolutely overrun, and whenever we did try to get the ball, we weren't keeping it for long enough, because we had no one who's able to play quick passes and keep hold of the ball and be progressive, kind of thing. So I was quite shocked when he brought off Xhaka. I didn't know if it was an injury or something, but he didn't look like he was limping when he came off. It was just that to me was a bit of a shock.
I agree. I'm just putting some emojis on our Facebook. Look at me, like a pro. So, upcoming games, would you start Ceballos more often or every game? Because, I mean, someone did a really good tweet and said that Arteta is rotating our midfield three of El Neni, Ceballos and Xhaka, and that's going to get us nowhere, is it?
Playing a counter-attacking side in team, like I see, it has got us something. It got us an FA Cup win, you know, with Ceballos and Xhaka and stuff like that. You know, I think it's hard to judge in today's game because of who you're playing. Like I said, let's not, again, as much as it would pain us all to say it, that Liverpool side is absolutely fantastic.
Best in Europe or best in the world?
Well, they're up there. Obviously, Bayern Munich are, you know, technically the best in Europe, I would imagine.
You know, weekend. 4-1.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Yeah. But you know, like they were there and thereabouts. They were amazing last season, and they look like they've started off this season just where they picked up, where they finished before the lockdown. So I think this game was a bit too difficult to judge, as in the problem is that I see, so I'm rambling a bit on this one. The problem I see with that midfield is if you have Xhaka and El Neni, it's not massively creative and progressive. If you have Ceballos and one of the others, you're still getting outnumbered, and it's not as solid. Maybe even though Ceballos has got a lot better with his work rate and stuff like that, I still I think you need a third man in there. You need an extra body in there to help out with the two of them. I'm kind of looking forward to the day that we kind of ditch the three central defenders and go with three in midfield. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's going to get us nowhere, or do you reckon we'll pick up points with that midfield?
I think someone's coming in. I personally, I'd want Partey, but I think Partey is going to cost much more money than long term than Uar. I think it all depends on Torreira. If Torreira is going to go to Atletico Madrid, then I think we've got a chance of getting Partey. If he doesn't go there, then I don't think we'll get Partey, because that's way too much money they want. And we all know how South Americans do playing in La Liga. They tend to do really well, as we saw with Suarez going there and coming on as a sub, getting 2 goals and an assist in about 20 minutes that he played. But I don't like the look of Aouar. He looks like a bit of a moody character. We had someone, I think it was Matt Smith, or the other Matt, came on and did a show with Chris talking about him, and I said, I think he hinted at the fact that if the team doesn't play well, then he doesn't play well. It's all a matter of whether the team brings him down to their level rather than him bringing them up to his level. I mean, he's 22. What do we know about anything at 22? Right. So, and I think the future is going to be Partey or Aouar, and it's going to be Ceballos, and maybe occasionally, if we do go to 4 at the back, that's when we'll get a third central midfielder playing in there, pulling all the strings. And even with playing, I mean, it doesn't matter, 3.5 years unbeaten at home in the league, no one's going to go there and win. So I expected nothing from this game. Did you expect anything? No.
And you know, as I'm gutted that we lost. I was spitting blood at the ref today. But what I will say, to kind of caveat this thing, we didn't get absolutely blown away. There's been times like you know, you think of an Emery side, or even, you know, Wenger at his worst. That side, we would have got blown away. We weren't. We were still in with a shout. In you know, deep into that second half kind of thing. It's you can see what Arteta's doing and what Arteta's changing. It is a progression. It's going to get there. So like, we shouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater on this one. You know, chalk it off. Gutted we've lost, but we go again.
You're pulling out all the football puns, aren't you?
Yes. I swallowed a football book about an hour ago.
I heard one on a podcast, and they went, pulling the rug from under his shoes. Well, you had to go there. Avon makes a point here. It says Partey is about as mobile and has almost the exact stats as Xhaka. Don't remember seeing Partey play. All I know from Partey is watching Tom's show, where he has his excellent guests on there and doing the breakdown of individual players. So that's all I know.
I think he's physically more imposing than Xhaka. Whenever I've only ever seen Partey play really against us, and every time that he's played against us, he's monstered us, and we need a physical presence in our midfield, I think. And I would, like I said, for me, I agree with you. I would tend to go and get Partey before I'd get OR, but I'd take both of them if I could.
Okay. Right, I'm just reading some of the stuff people are putting in there. Oh, Hambo Gumble. I like your name. At the end of the day, it could have been worse. There you go. Yeah, we should close the show after that, because I think you're right. So hello to everybody who's watching us on Facebook. We are live on Facebook every single show for the rest of the season. That's what we paid the money for. And we're also live on Twitch. If you have Twitch Prime, then you can give us $2.50 every month. And if you don't give it to us, it doesn't get used, so it costs you absolutely nothing. So, if you do want that, tweet me at @_GFP. I never give away my Twitter because I don't want people following me, telling me I'm wrong when I'm spouting nonsense. So, if you get stuck, let me know. Actually, Josh asked how you do it, and I forgot to tell him I'm useless. All right, let's move on into the game. We pointed out playing out from the back. 3rd minute, Mane elbow, yellow or red?
For me, that's a red. I was already up in arms because he had gone through the back of Bellerin like a minute before. If you raise your arms and you connect with a player's face, surely that they've got to have a second look at that. The Tierney wasn't even going for the ball. I don't know if it's just because I got my Arsenal hat on. I thought that was a red. I was absolutely spitting blood at that. Well, I don't know about you, but
I didn't see it because for the first 20 minutes I was watching a stream of some kid off of Twitter doing it on Periscope, because I don't know what's going on. So in fact, 10 minutes before the show started, I was in Portugal, then I was in Sweden, then I was in France, now I'm back in the UK.
Have you seen a replay of it?
No.
Oh, so he goes to shield the ball. He goes to shield the ball as Tierney's coming into him, but he steps right across the ball, and his forearm goes right into Tierney's face. And you see red cards for way less than that, I think. But it didn't help my thing with the fact that, like I said, he'd already gone into the back of Bellerin like a minute beforehand. I was really upset with Mane in this game. He went through Bellerin again towards the end of the half. Like, he seemed to get away with murder tonight. The ref had an absolute shocker for me. I thought he was awful.
I think the majority of the people that have replied have said it's very close red. Right, next time, move on to 20 minutes in. We've done almost no attacking. Were you concerned, or was this Arteta's plan? Let Liverpool have the ball.
I wasn't massively concerned. They hadn't really opened us up that much, as far as I can really remember. Maybe I'm not saying misremembering things like that, but it was going according to the plan of what Arteta's been doing in most of the games against the stronger teams. Sit back, soak up a bit of pressure, and play our way into the game and catch them on the break and explode and take our chances. So I wasn't massively worried. I mean, it was just, I was more worried with our inability to keep the ball. That was, I thought defensively we weren't too bad. But just as soon as we got the ball, Jesus Christ, Liverpool were on us like a rat up a drain pipe. It was ridiculous. And they would sprint 5 yards straight to a player, and then another 2 players would block off the passing lanes and block off a player. And it was just frightening how fast and aggressive they were. That was more my thing. I don't know about you. Was you bricking it or?
I didn't really care about the game because I didn't expect anything. And I know this is Arteta's 33rd game or 34th game. You get where was the Man City in the Guardiola 34th game? Where was Liverpool in the Klopp's 34th game? We're not even a season into Arteta's thing, and you're not after a season. You're not going to go and beat the best team in the world at their place when they haven't lost at home. So I think it was good. I think we did quite well until then. Where we here we go. Lacazette gets the ball, passes it wide to Ainsley. Someone had a moan because I said Ashley. All right, I'm going to say Ainsley. I genuinely used to say Ashley by accident. Even now, my brain's telling me to say it. Gives it out wide to Ashley, who then sprints down the left wing, crosses it for Lacazette, but hits a Liverpool player. The ball goes up in the air. Lacazette goes, "Hey, up! What's going up here, then, lad?" Like a ninja, puts it in. Amazing goal, and all from playing out from the back. So, did I have to eat my words there? Almost good passes from playing it out from the back. It's magnificent.
It was goal of the season contender. Do you know one of the things that was really good in that was Lacazette's ball to out to the Conservative, because it wasn't the greatest ball by Xhaka, and he had to really stretch for it, and he stretched for it and just opened up his foot and his body and placed the ball straight into the path of Maitland-Niles. It was a really, really good good pass, and touch. And then he made his own luck, and it was almost like a comedy of errors. I think Van Dijk sliced it. Robertson didn't expect it to go to him, and then Lacazette almost completely whiffed it. And scored. I was celebrating and laughing at the same time. And whenever you can do that, it's happy days.
Yeah. So do you know the last player to score in the first 3 Premier League games of the season?
George Eastham.
I've got no idea. If anybody knows, let us know. Right, 34th minute. Literally a few blinking of your eyes. They score, and my stream went down. What happened? Hold on. Hold on, they attack down there. Oh no, here we go. I've got it. It's their second goal I missed. Right, 27th minute. They attack down our left. Tierney looked to be spun round and give up and didn't know what to do all at the same time. Salah is, for a bloke who's not big, he doesn't like to be pushed around, does he? Salah then crosses into the box. It all gets a bit hectic. Leno gets both hands to it, kind of palms it away, but also bounces off of his gloves, back out, and Mane goes, "Thank you very much. I'll have a slice of that." Typical Arsenal defending, but were we unlucky, or was who do you blame first, and then you see it?
It was a bit of a catalogue of errors, really. I think I missed a bit because I was sending a message to my brother. My brother's a Liverpool fan. I was sending beginning to type out an abusive text to him. It was a catalogue of errors in the sense of there was a mix up between, I think it was Xhaka and Luiz. Both went to get the ball, kind of thing, and they both ended up kind of fouling. I think it was Nketiah, but he still got the ball away. And then.
Check a second. Avon says here, trying not to give a penalty. Do you think that was maybe on their mind?
That was as soon as Tierney, he got on the wrong side of Tierney, there was nothing. Tierney had to let him go, because as soon as he breathed on Salah would have gone down for a penalty and a red. He just got done by his strength and pace, and like I said, as soon as he got on the wrong side of him, he had to give that up. There's no way he couldn't have made a challenge. He had to throw his hands up. So, yes, he shouldn't have been beaten on his inside, but other players have been beaten by that. Salah, that's one of Salah's talents, kind of thing. Leno really should have done better. It was a decent shot, but he could have had a stronger wrist on that and pushed that out further and faster. It was a bit limp and a bit lame. I was a bit disappointed in Leno for that goal.
Yeah. Have you done a fantasy team? You haven't, have you?
Nope, I don't. I never do those because I suck at them.
I suck. I'm top of our league of 174 points, and Josh is second with 152, and Chris is third of 134. This week I made the terrible mistake. I took Leno out, luckily, and put in Ramsdale. I had Vardy, but I had Jimenez as captain, and he did little less than bugger all against the mighty West Ham, and Aubameyang was awful, and oh dear.
I always forget, like, whenever I put my team in, most of my team get injured, and then I forget to like change them up and stuff like that because I just forget about it. So I don't do fantasy stuff.
Our resident troll killer, Thunder Road, who was once a troll himself, we embraced him and made him our own. 120 plus watching, which is bloody good. Thank you very much. Oh, 141 people. That's very nice. Cheers. There is lots and lots of post-Arsenal matches to go and watch now. There's ours, there's Tom. I think Harry does one. The Highbury squad are now doing one. The Bearded Gooner is doing one. Richard the Gooner, he's doing one. So you've got plenty to choose from. And yeah, more the merrier. He says, only 25 likes. Come on, hit that thumbs up. And he forgot to put in, you freeloading scumbags. So there we go. Oh, here we go. Here's a new person. Aladdin Ben Almeida. God, I was so fucking close. Aladdin. So there you go. It's terrible of me. I can say K-Man though. He says, I do wish we would switch to a back four if we were one down. Perhaps Arteta was worried we would ship more goals. Yeah. Do you think there was? When do you think he's going to go? Because do you think he is going to go four at the back? And why doesn't he do it when we need goals?
Again, it's going to be tough to do it against a team like Liverpool, who are so good. I don't think we have the personnel to do it yet. You know,
who are we waiting for to be that personnel?
I think we're waiting for Gabriel to become a bit more established. Same with, I think, Saliba. I'm shocked that Saliba's not been as involved as much as he has. I was hoping he was going to come in and hit the ground running.
23 games so far, which we beat Brighton 3-2 or 4-2, I think.
And also, like I said, sort out, you know, our midfield. I think once that gets sorted, I think he will drop the three at the back and go things. So I think he's waiting for that midfield to be completed and waiting for Gabriel and Saliba for the chosen ones.
But then what are you going to do with Luiz? Because he's a high earner. He's one of the most prestige players we've got. You can't not play Luiz, can we? Or is there a different position?
But I think he can't play in a two. He's no good one-on-one. He gets beaten, done for pace, like all the time, kind of thing, because he gets too close to players. He's supposedly he's a really good egg in the squad, and he's like a really nice dude, and he coaches a lot of the players, and he helps a lot of the people. So, you know, give him a little technical side on he can be our defensive coach on the sidelines or something like that. Go full NFL kind of thing. Right. But I think we're waiting to get the players fully in to go, and then I think Arteta's going to make the switch.
Like Gary Neville said, he's either very, very good or he's very, very bad. Right. 34th minute, they score again. My stream went down. What happened? And then we're moving on to the second half.
I'm trying to remember that goal. Was that Robertson, wasn't it? It was It was
it's his error that led to our goal.
Yeah. We stood off, didn't we? We stood off Salah. He laid it off to what's his face? Alexander-Arnold, his crossing ability is just ridiculous. He gets so much pace and whip, and it's invariably in such a dangerous area. And I think Bellerin, maybe got attracted to the ball in the centre. I think it was it Mane who was going up for the header, and just thing he got was loose on the back post, which, you know, it's one of those things. It's I don't know who you really blame for that. Bellerin really should have had an eye on him. I don't know where Willian was, because that was another reason why I thought Willian would have been picked over Pepe, because his work rate and his defensive nous would have been a lot higher. But he was nowhere to be seen on that one. And again, it was just one of those things. It was kind of coming, because they were really on top at that point. Yeah.
Okay, right, let's move on to. I haven't seen the replay of the goal. I'll move on to the second half. Here we go, 48th minute. Arnold jumping up in the air for a 50-50 ball and then leaving a foot in on Tierney. Got a yellow card, but what a dirty shit. And they were getting away with too much of that stuff during the game. We were ones getting the bookings.
Yeah, I thought the ref had an absolute mare. Yeah, that was quite nasty. Because again, there was no need for him to do what he did. It was not a natural thing what he did. It's not like it was, in the natural action of what he was doing. Yeah, that was really, really nasty. But like every single time, we get a foul and get a booking. Like there was. I think it was not too much later in the game. Aubameyang hits the ball in like classic like Henry thing. He hit the ball like 10, 15 yards down the pitch, went to outpace Fabinho. Fabinho just ran across Aubameyang, not even a foul. About a minute and a half later, Bellerin does something very similar to Mane, booking. Ceballos got an absolute nonsensical booking. For a foul on Mane. I thought the ref had an absolute shocker today. It really, really got on my tits. And it's a shame now because Alexander-Arnold's. I think he said he got booked for that, didn't he? Did he get booked for the Tierney thing?
I'm just having a look. 49th minute, Arnold got booked, and that incident that incident was in the 61st minute. So no, he didn't get booked.
So maybe they'll have a look at it afterwards because it was a bit naughty. But yeah, that ref was just an absolute tool. We seem to have the worst. This country seems to have the worst refs going, and I'm not surprised, because I'm not a fan of Mike Riley and his tenure as head of the PGMO. But Jesus, it really is.
From Paul Koski, because he's on Facebook, and he says, "Are we worried about the lack of outgoings yet?" Quick answer from me: no, I'm not, because teams have already seen what holes they've got in their teams. We've played quite a few games because the season's already started, and they'll be going, "Oh, we need him. They need him, and we need him gone." So it's going to have to come to some kind of agreement, isn't it? What do you think?
I agree with what you're saying, but my only issue is there don't seem to be like very few rumours. I mean, apart from Torreira to Atletico, there's not a lot of rumours flying about, and that is slightly disconcerting. When's the window close?
6th of October.
Yeah, we need to ship out quite a lot of dead wood, don't we?
There's my mate Dean in the chat, Everton fan, lifelong plastic scouser. Looks like his old man's a proper plastic. No, his old man's a proper scouser. Jesus, don't let him hear that. He'll come around and murder me.
He must be loving it at the minute.
He is loving it. It couldn't happen to a nicer bloke. Him and his little man, and both full kit wankers. And they've moved. They've left God Manchester. Dean, you're fucking dead to me, you scumbag. Right, let's move on to another point after I finish abusing it. Quick thing on Van Dijk. He had a shot from the middle of nowhere, went through about 2 or 3 of our players, and Leno managed to palm it away. What a great bit of keeping.
Yeah. It's I don't want to be a prick and say that he should have done that with the Salah one, but but it's, mate, you can't have a pop at Leno. He's been one of our best players since he's been in the club. Every keeper has the odd whiffer and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like, and he made a really, really good save early on in the game. I think it was against Salah, where it came across the box and he tried to sweep it in, and Leno made a good save. But it was a bit of a thunderbolt from old Van Dijk, wasn't it? He hits the ball so cleanly.
Did not bad for a big lad, as they say. Oh, you should have said that's one of your sayings.
Yeah.
62 minutes. Ball through to Lacazette, who took an extra touch when he should have just spanked it. So close. We are looking good. After seeing the replays, that was piss poor, utterly shameful. Final touch, wasn't it? I'm being a bit harsh there, but when we're 2-1 down and we're in that position,
which one? Because there was 2, wasn't there? There was 2.
He got called, and then the goalkeeper was coming out to Lacazette's right, and then Lacazette tried to go around him a little bit, and he stuck his arm out, and when Lacazette hit him right to the goalie's arm.
Yeah, that was the second one, because I think, and they said it in commentary, and I kind of agreed, because he went through 1-on-1, although I think he was offside. He went through 1-on-1 and he tried to chip, and he ballsed it up, and I think that was in his brain. Like what Alisson, he's
don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. I think normally he's fairly ice cold in those situations, but I think his arse went a little bit. Which is a shame, because like I say, you got to stick those away. It was such a great pass from Ceballos as well. Really, really, really good pass. But I think the earlier chance was in his brain. And one of the good thing, one of the things that's so good about Alisson, that him and Edison do really, really well. They fly off their line so aggressively and so quickly. They're really mobile, quick goalkeepers, and because he is so big, and I think because the earlier chance was stuck in his head, he didn't want to try and chip him again. Which it was probably better to have chipped that one than the earlier one, but he's got to stick that away. That was and he knew it. He really, you see, like when he came off the pitch, he looked absolutely gutted that he balls that up.
Yeah, but someone's Dan DeRocha, who I think I know from Twitter. I think he's a baker. I'm sure he is. He says no impact on the outcome, but not a handball on their third goal, which we might come to if we get enough time. Oh no, wrong one. That's moved up quickly. Wow. How do you say his first name? He's a good-looking chap. Nice beard, nice hat.
In this game,
yeah.
Aladdin.
That's what I was going to say, but you never. When there's two D's together, I'm never sure it's two syllables or one. Aladdin makes asks a point about Pepe there. We will come to that in a little bit, mate. Here we go. Dan DeRocha said, yes, that's me. Not a baker. He sells bakery equipment. I've seen your videos on Instagram where you there was something to do with a big baking oven. Right, moving on, because we've been going for 36 minutes. I've done that one. Mane pirouette for that goal. If that had been in, that would have been one of the greatest goals of all time. That was amazing, wasn't it? Just yes or no?
I still hate him.
Here we go. 67 minutes. Alba gets the ball and makes a run. Fabinho runs into him, brings him down. No card, no booking, no free kick, nothing. 30 seconds later, the exact same fucking thing with Bellerin, and they get a free kick and Bellerin gets booked. What the fuck are these pricks actually fucking doing, is what I've typed there. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for my swearing, but how the fuck could one identical thing happen 30 seconds apart and the referee book our player? The least he could have done is just given them a free kick. It's ridiculous. Absolute prick.
Yeah. Who was the... I don't even know who it was. He was absolute dog shit. Excuse my language. I'm going to follow your plans swearing, but...
It was either Klopp or Mikel Arteta. It was one of those two. I don't think it says. I think they've hidden. I think they might have hidden his name. If anybody knows the referee's name, put it in the chat box. Thank you very much, my dears. Go on.
Mate, the guy was awful. I hate. He was just all night. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. It was all night. He just everything he seemed to get wrong all the time, and it always seemed to be like there was another one later in the thing where. Van Dijk, he hoofs it straight in the air. He's waiting for it to come down. He sees Pepe coming back twine. Pepe barely touches him, and 6'6" Van Dijk falls to the ground, and the ref fucking gives a free kick. Mate, you're an absolute joke.
Referee was Craig Pawson and some Russ Morgan on the YouTubes, and Russ also said before that reason he booked Bellerin as he had no chance of getting the ball. Well, take your word for that, Russ, because you know me, I don't bother looking. I'm too busy squealing like a hungry seal. 159 of you watching and only 38 likes. Come on, you freeloading scumbags. This is costing you fuck all. K-Man is one of the only ones here who's actually given us something for doing this. And J-Rob, and actually, I'm going to go and give you the names of all the lovely people that have been kind enough to go and pay for the YouTube membership thing. Nikki Wilson, J-Rob, Bill Butler, Yemi Fash, our own Corey, and Michael Harniman have all wasted their hard-earned cash and given us money for fuck all. And the other Twitch sub was a bloke called Cricket Cricketsi. Good God. Will you people just have names that I can pronounce? For Dave, I'm going to call him. So those two have given us their Twitch subs. Actually, I'm going to go and have a look at our own Twitch and see if there's been any updates on the. Tell us what you had for dinner while I'm faffing around with this.
I had katsu curry for dinner. It was delicious.
I find that hard to believe.
It's well, you know, it's sometimes in my house it does get a little bit more extravagant than. Was it you had beans on? What did you have?
I had
beans on toast or something.
breast. It was Chinese chicken breast. It was fresh, and I had fresh cheese mash all done in the oven. Here we go. We've got some more people. We've got TJAAYYY87 followed us on Twitch 4 days ago, and GGMORE67 followed us 2 days ago. We also have a Discord, people. And believe it or not, a few of us have been in it, chit-chatting. Have you got a Discord, Richard, or is it beyond you?
I don't. I'm sorry.
No, you're not down with the kids.
Letting the side down. No, I'm far too old, mate. Like, I turned 39 the other day.
Do you know how old I'll be in 12 days?
23?
Yes!
Hey, see?
Hold on. Jamie summed it all up for us, Jamie. Liverpool miles better than us. Where were you 40 minutes and 44 seconds ago, Jamie? You could have saved us an entire bloody podcast. Oh, the Femster is here, the man whose arse I'm kicking at fantasy football, who did wonderful in last week's podcast. We had Paul, which is Paul Poznan in my pants from the wonderful
Vision Express. Arsenal Vision.
Arsenal Vision. Good God, there's so many. I knew it began with an A. I had got there eventually.
Yeah.
It was Femster, it was Paul, and it was Chris, and that was a magnificent pod. Also, people, while I'm talking about podcasts, most of you ignored it because you're scumbags. We did an Arsenal podcast with the Gooners podcast, Mike and Andy. Us three got together. We did a Gooners versus Cancer. And we said on there how you, dear listener or viewer, or neither, can come on the show. All you have to do is donate £10 via their website, which is goonersversuscancer.com, or via PayPal to us. All the winners then will be put into a hat. All the winners. The one person who bothers will be put into a hat on their own, drawn out, and then that person, if there's three of them, bloody hell, my fingers are working. Those three people can each pick one member from ABW to join. So there'll be 6 people on an ABW podcast for at least half an hour. All the money will go to Gooners versus Cancer. But you fuckers didn't watch it. 123 of you watched the YouTube video. You scumbags. We're doing this for charity. You can come on the podcast. You could pick Richard and he could talk to you about cat shit chicken or whatever the fuck it is he had for dinner. He could tell you how you roll your chicken in cat shit. I do know what katsu is. Isn't it Japanese, and they've got kind of breadcrummy as well.
Yeah. Like
Saint do a lovely one, but I burn it every time in the oven. All the crispy bits get burnt because I like my food well done. So, all right, K-Man, cheeky. We can't put that. Oh, everyone's talking about AFT. What have they done now?
Oh God!
Oh dear, I'm just going to leave and get on with it. ABW and me have no problem with. In fact, everybody at ABW now has no problem with AFTV or Robbie or any of them. We know DT's a knob, but the rest of them, they're all nice people. Right, so go watch the YouTube Gooners versus Cancer and give us some money to give to charity and cancer. We might cure it. Your £10 might be the £10 that cures cancer. I doubt you'll get a sticky badge or a sticky bun or a sticky botty. I'm moving on because I'm talking shit now. It's right. Where were we? I was droning on about nonsense. Oh, we go. We're moving on to the section that who was that bloke whose name I asked you how Aladdin that he was brought up.
Aladdin.
Fuck it. That's why I didn't say it the first time. Aladdin. Sorry, mate. Well, if he's watched before, I'm gonna call him Ben. Like Ben was saying earlier, talking about Pepe. I've made notes on Pepe, Richard. You'll be glad to hear. At least I'll get your fucking name right. It says, we just took the world 77 minutes. We just took the world's worst corner and then got done for a foul throw. Who is in charge of this bullshit? Because that's all you can put it down to, morons. Well, apparently then a little while after that, we got done for another foul throw and we had another shit corner from Pepe. And then apparently, according to Gary Neville, he took 3 corners and they were all shit. How hard is it? As being a skillful footballer that coaches a football team of young ladies, how hard is it to teach someone how to take a corner? And why isn't Pepe doing it? That's the only thing he can do now.
Mate, it's just a dead. Like it's hard. It's hard to put a ball in perfectly, but you can at least clear the first pissing man. he didn't seem on it when he came on at all, and I'm kind of you can kind of see why Arteta's not really picking him and doesn't seem to fancy him as much. Yeah, it's really weird because normally from a dead ball, from his corners, Pepe's corners are really, really good.
And his free kicks, he's a dead ball specialist.
Yeah. So that I think that was why he was so surprising. Like, it's like, one, you can get away with it. It's his first corner after coming on, get it out of his system. Then he did it again. And in the end, they hooked him off taking the corners and stuck Ceballos on there. Yeah, I don't know who this new set piece dude is coming and to sort some things out, but he needs to do some more lessons with Pepe. Maybe it's one of those things. Like, I don't know if you've ever played golf, Danny, but if you have golf lessons and you have a swing,
play golf.
And you have a swing, and then you're
answer that.
Yeah. and you're doing a golf swing, or you're kicking the ball in a particular way, and then someone comes in and says to you, you're doing that slightly wrong, and you need to retrain yourself how to take a particular corner or take a swing or something like that. Maybe it's something like that. I might be chatting utter nonsense here, but because someone of his ability should be able to put in a better corner than he did on, like I said, on 2 separate occasions, because both of them were utter dog shit.
Absolutely fucking embarrassing. And I have all the time in the world for Pepe because I trust Chris, and Chris is the word. C-Law sums it up here. Pepe has had his bedding in period now. Need to see better than that for Pepe. I mean, if Arsenal sign a bloke in Willian who's come in to take your position, you don't play worse. You play better. You get out there when you're given a chance. You pull your fucking socks up, another footballism, and you fucking sort your life out, and you do well. You don't walk around like a dog with a smacked half. I don't even know that's a thing. That's how angry I am with it.
He says, I think he's quite an introverted. He seems like an introverted person, kind of thing. But I also, like I said, I would cede to Chris as well, because like I said, I've prior to Arsenal, I'd not seen much of Pepe. It strikes me, and it seems to me like he isn't the out and out winger that we thought he was. That he should be more inside.
We thought he was.
Yeah, well, I think he needs to be more central almost.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, and it doesn't seem to work with him and Bellerin. They haven't really massively clicked. I know, like in the cup final, he had one of his best games in an Arsenal shirt, kind of thing. But like, there was like a moment tonight when Bellerin got the ball and Pepe's going towards him, and I'm like, what are you doing? Go, like, don't walk towards him. Get on your bike, go. And Bellerin's like pointing and shouting him, going, move, go, like, and they're not clicking, because it's like, if he goes towards the ball, all you're doing is just closing down the space between you two, and if he gives you the ball, you've still got 2 players on you from where Liverpool were pressing. What you really wanted him to do, and what I thought maybe that he would get picked in the first place, is that he would almost play on the shoulder of the last defender and kind of and keep Liverpool guessing, going backwards, kind of thing. But he doesn't seem to do that. He's not aggressive enough. I don't know if he needs, like, I don't know, like an arm around himself, some sort of counselling or coaching or something. I'm not saying that to be flippant or be funny, but he's just, I don't know, he doesn't seem to exert himself on the games. He seems almost kind of reactionary, and he doesn't seem to have much confidence. And I don't know, I'm not quite sure how you'd get that on him. You'd need to probably know him a little bit more on a one-to-one basis, kind of thing. But yeah, it's just, he's had it, like that guy, like, I don't know who was it put the question in there. He's had his bedding in period now. You'd expect him to start showing and start kicking on, and it's a bit of a worry that it's not quite happening. But to caveat that, again, he is playing against Liverpool, one of the best, the champions of England. So,
do you want to know how to make a quick 4 pence?
Gone.
I press run 60-second ad break on Twitch, which I've just done. We will get 4 pence for that. 4 pence. Oh, I remember the days when I had to get you a pocket full of sweeties. I think someone
and still have change left over
for a boss fail. No. Someone in here said they're 51. I'll be 50 in 12 days. I know I don't look it, and if I shaved my head, trimmed my beard, I wouldn't look homeless. Oh, we've got a Celtic fan in there. I'm a Celtic supporter. I have been.
The boys.
Champagne Charlie Nicholas. Fuck Rangers. Oh, no, I better not say. I can't say that. I'm in charge. What's going to happen? Sack myself? That's never happening. I give myself a severe tickling. No, I don't like Rangers. My brother supports Rangers, and he knows fuck all about football, and he supports Liverpool. So there you go. Double whammy. And there we go. Right. Where we're up to now, we have done 50 minutes. We need to get this shit moving on. Alba almost got near the ball in the 83rd minute. That was nice to see. He had a horrendous game, but someone mentioned earlier in the chat that he has been so tightly marked. He's our best player, and that's why he couldn't do anything. Do you agree with that?
Yep, absolutely. 100%.
Thank you. Lovely. Alba, you are innocent, sir. Then, 86 minutes yet again, a dog shit corner. What is this tool doing? I don't mean that. I'm just angry at the time. 87th minute, Salah, our best defender after he took the ball off of Jota. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
We need more of that. 89th minute, Salah shrugs off Ceballos near the corner flag, passes it to Robertson, who came running. I think it was him. Comes running in, cross it into our box. David Luiz jumps, headers it out, lands at the feet of Jota, who spanks it into the bottom left-hand corner of the net. The keeper, everybody had no chance at stopping that. It was much like the Van Dijk shot, whacked it. Really, really good shot. Jota has done more in 9 minutes than our entire team, other than Lacazette, has in 90 minutes. Do you think that sums up the game?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately. If roles reversed, if Jota was on our side, he wouldn't have done anything. It's just that collectively Liverpool are pretty awesome. That Jota's goal, I was screaming at Leno to come out and absolutely take that ball. I don't know, it was a shite header from Luiz. But there was no one around him. I would want Leno to be way more commanding of his area, because there wasn't really anyone around David Luiz. Give him a shout. Leave it, you big permed bastard. Just fucking come and collect it. But
we have a Liverpool fan there. How are you going to say that? Is that Les Abdi? Les Abdi?
Yes, Les Abdi Abda.
Liverpool fan. You were the best team in the world. We were never going to beat you, but we did beat you twice last season when it counted. So up your bum. I'll kick Stephen. He says I can call him Stephen. Thank fuck for that. Actually, I think I know who that is. He did tell me that he's on Twitter as well, and he keeps telling me, and I keep forgetting. Ta-ta for now. Off to rush for the rush hour drive. Well, I take it means he's not in the UK. Coke Fletcher, Leno never commands his box, which we saw Martinez did, but what do we know? K-Man says Leno had no chance to take the ball. Russ Morgan also looked like a handball on their third goal, which was, who's that bloke? Aladdin? That's what he was saying ages ago. The third goal, did it look like handball? Kirk Fletcher says it was. Rinat Sahab, is that right? Fellas, you are awesome tonight. One day I might get your name right. It took me 10 years to get Akib's name right. Ray Anderson. Leno isn't commanding in the area. Same problem I have had with him for the last year. Oh, God, you lot are typing away like angry badgers. Avon, yeah, Klopp worked us out. And we were the ones that needed to change it up. Dan Rocha on Facebook. Rocha? No, Rocha. Dan De Rocha. Dan on Facebook says, ciao amigos, keep up the brave work. Thank you very much, Dan. Thanks for being in there. Kirk Fletcher finishes it off with smash the thumbs up button. We don't say that because we're not young men, but I agree with Kirk. Go find that like button, give it a little tickle. The next time we do a show, YouTube might go, they had lots of thumbs up last time. We're going to go and recommend it to other Gooners that need somewhere to vent their anger and use swear words in the chat box, just like Kari has and not been told off. I think he's from Finland. Kari Tannanen. How can I say that? How the hell can I say that, but I can't say all the other things? Viking at heart. Yes, possibly. Right. Only the final thing to do is, how do you feel about the result? Could we have done better? Should we have done better? Or were we lucky it was only 3-1?
No, I'm not, like I said, I'm gutted that we lost. You can see the progression that we're making. It could have, not that it could have been worse. It could have been worse, but you can see we are getting better. Games like that in the past, we would have got blown away like 6 or 7-0. It's a work in progress. Trust the process. Trust in Arteta.
And Mike Hertz from the Not Another Arsenal podcast, that is the name of the podcast, and I listened to episode 3 this week. Need to get the ginger bloke to smile a little bit more, Mike. Give him a tickle. Yes, I was enjoying that. I'm about 3/4 of the way through. He says, Martinez is gone. Get over it already. Fair enough. K-Man, who is a lovely Twitch subscriber, says, here, Mike Hertz and Paul Alvis should be better. What better way to end a show than with that nonsense? So thank you very much to all the hundreds of people that have been watching us on YouTube, about the 4 people that have been watching us on Twitch, and the 3 people that have been watching us on Facebook. We will be streaming to all those places, every live show all season. We will be back. I think we're playing again on Thursday at Anfield. Ooh, this could be complicated because, Then we're playing again on Sunday. I think we're playing away at Sheffield United. Or no, home to Sheffield United on Sunday, I think it is. So it's it's a busy week, and hopefully we will bring you some smiles as well as some tears. I'm going to have to shut up now, Richard. Once you tell me to turn this shit off, I'm turning it off.
Danny, turn this shit off.
Yes, sir. Goodbye, everybody.